So I'm pretty sure everyone here understand that ATOMY is an MLM or a network marketing, right? So ATOMY is not a job or you invest something like a stock or bonds. ATOMY is a network marketing company. But before I go into the lecture, I will explain why 99% of people fail in MLM or network marketing. The first thing is the products. The product that mostly they sell is a good quality, yes, it's high quality, but also a high price. With this kind of method of selling, which is, yes, you are selling good quality. If you are selling with really high price or expensive, not a lot of people can afford it. If you can afford it once, probably you cannot afford it twice or three times. Then this will not be your lifestyle, because the product also what they are selling is it's not comparable. It's not the product that you can buy from the supermarket or a regular store. Then you cannot compare it. For example, like a magic bottle or magic glass or a magic bracelets, right? All these kind of magics, of course there's no comparison, right? But if in the ATOMY we're selling toothpaste, toothbrush, you can just go to any regular supermarket and then you just compare between the price and the quality, what they're selling and what ATOMY is selling, right? So the product is also is the one actually one of the factors that people are failing in MLM. The second thing is the marketing plan. When people join in this kind of business, they have to pay some kind of joining fee and then recurring monthly fee or a renewal yearly fee, right? Whatever the fee that you have to pay, this kind of burden for most of them because they have not make money yet. But when they attend a seminar, for instance, you have to pay $50 or maybe a bigger conference, maybe like $200. Then you have to fly to another countries. Then that's your own expenses, right? So marketing plan also limits you and they give you like so many levels that you cannot even understand what they're talking about because it's too complex, right? And the marketing plan, when people see, okay, this is not for me because I do not understand. Even after a year, I still do not understand. And people just say, okay, I'll just become a consumer, right? So people are failing because of the marketing plan they make. And the last one, the company. Maybe the company itself is not ready to be a big company, and sometimes they are overpaying the members because they probably make a bad company marketing plan. So people are making money, but the company is not making money. So the company has to revise and revise. At the end, the company doesn't have any money anymore, and they just say, okay, we close our company, and they reopen with another name. So these are the stigma that a lot of people who involve in network marketing or MLM, they said, this is not for me because I've been joining so many different kinds and I've been trying to sell the product and it's not working because it's too expensive, right? Yes, the quality is great, but if you're paying $30 toothpaste, compare you can get $2-3 toothpaste in the store. Why should you buy 10 times more, right? So people are saying this is not for me. I'm fine with my products. That's why when we approach our prospective consumer to ATOMY, they said, nah, I'm not interested if it's MLM, right? I'm good with my products, right? Especially when you try to expand the marketing plan. They're already traumatized with the previous marketing plan. They don't even understand. And the company, after they built so many years, 3 to 5 years, building the network religiously, and then the company shuts down and then they got traumatized. But the next thing is, I want to ask all of you, why 99% people failing in ATOMY? This is pretty, to me, this is pretty contradicting. With the product that we are selling, which is higher quality with the lowest price, or what we call absolute quality, absolute price, you couldn't fail actually, because a nature of business is if you want to have a successful business, you gotta create a lot of repeat consumer itself, right? From the product that the company is selling. If the company is selling product that do not create a repeat orders, then your company is pretty much is failing. But in ATOMY, we know the repeat rate or the repeat order rate is about 97%. So 100 people, 97 people out of that 100, they will gladly repurchase the product that they've been using. But people still failing in ATOMY, even though the absolute quality product and absolute price that ATOMY is selling. And the second thing, the marketing plan. We know that ATOMY marketing plan is the most righteous. It means nobody is harmed. And it's pretty easy to understand what they're talking about. You know, it's pretty easy, right? 300,000 on the group on the left and 300,000 PV from the group on the right, then you make commission. So people still are finding it's too hard doing ATOMY, even though the marketing plan, they don't flush the point that is already accumulated. And even your personal PV points is not going to be flushed forever as long as you have your ID still active. So marketing plan itself, it does not guarantee in ATOMY people are still failing. And the third thing is the company itself. We know if you've been attending the Success Academy or maybe a one-day seminar, well, when you see the company is presenting itself, you know that this is not a Mickey Mouse company. This is not like a small company from another town, right? This is one of the, actually is the top 20 company, the largest company in the world. We are comparing with Amway, Herbalife, those all giants company, but ATOMY is on the 12th as of last year. So the company itself, we don't have any debts. If you know how business runs, there is no company that has no debts. But ATOMY is probably the only company that has no debts in network marketing, because when the supplier or the manufacturer deliver the product, we pay in cash in a week, right? And even if a company, if the manufacturer needs money, they don't have to go to the bank getting a loan. The ATOMY will give them the loan without interest. So these are the company that I would say this is pretty stable company that will last more than 100 years, right? But still, people are failing in ATOMY, right? So that really intrigued me. I hope everyone here can relate to what I'll be saying, why people are still failing. Of course, when you are still trying, you are not a failure, right? In ATOMY, you are only a failure when you give up. When you say to your sponsor, Mike, I'm done. I'm not going to attend any meeting. I'm not going to attend any seminars, Success Academy. Don't even call me. I'm just here to use the product. Then you are a failure, right? But if you're still here trying, right, attending the Zoom, attending the seminars, of course, you're not a failure, right? So I will be talking maybe in about half an hour. There will be about 8 points. I will explain one by one. The first one is the community. People fail in ATOMY because they are in the wrong community. Because there is a saying like this: you will never get answer talking to the like-minded people, which is the people that do not know the answer just like you. And people with the same faith are prohibited from drinking coffee together. So what does it tell you? It means if you hang out with the wrong crowd, you probably ending up like them, right? If you hang out with 5 people who like gossip, you will be the 6th person who like to gossip, right? If you hang out with the 5 failures, you're going to be the 6th who fail in everything in life. If you hang out with 5 successful people, you know, you will be the 6th who will be successful in life. So you are the average of the people who you hang out with. So tonight, you just check your phone or maybe your computer. Who do you talk every day? Who do you chat every day? And these are the average that a person that you will become. You like it or not, 10 years from now, we're going to become someone. But the question is, who? What kind of person you become in 10 years? So if you want to become successful, of course, you got to find a successful community in ATOMY who have the same mindset as you. Probably they don't have the answer. Then you go to your sponsor who knows not all the answer, probably some the answers, because they have done it. So you got to create a community not like-minded people like you who do not know the answer. What should I do in ATOMY? What should I do if I did this, if I did that? If you do not have the answer, try push yourself to find a community that can push you up, not push you down, right? A lot of us, we are scared. Mike, if I move out from my community, I may not have friends. I may lose my family. I may not have this and that. I may be labeled with this. But guess what? Nobody cares. If you fail in life, people will talk about you in negative way anyway, right? If you try to borrow money, people will talk about you, gossip about you in the bad way, right? So why should you be in a community that do not push you up just because you are afraid of losing friends, just because you're afraid of losing your family? If you are suffering in your life, who helps you? That's the main question. If they help you, yes, be in that community. If they do not help you, why should you force yourself to be in their community, right? So if your family, even your close sibling, close relatives, if they do not support you, why you should be called their family? I lose all my friends. I think about 99% of my friends. I lose about 50% of my families. I didn't care. Because in ATOMY, I will get new friends, new families, and not just one or two, hundreds, thousands, eventually it'll be millions of my new friends and families. So you gotta ask yourself, should I be in that community or should I quit all my community, right? You judge yourself. I'm not gonna be telling you, oh, you gotta quit that, quit those. No, you decide yourself. Will you progress if you stay in that community? Or will you not? If the answer is you will not, then quit. Easy. It doesn't hurt, right? I don't mean you become enemies to them. No, of course, you stay humble, you stay friends with them, but try to limit spending quality time with them, right? But spend more quality time with the community that will push you up and challenge yourself up, right? That is why a lot of people still fail in ATOMY because of their community. The second thing, why 99% of people failing in ATOMY? Because their mentality. When people are, involved in sales, they will face like this. I will draw you something here. So when you start sales, in any kind of sale, because ATOMY, you got to be a sales master. You understand that, right? You got to be a master of sales. Of course, you got to be involved in selling, but what kind of selling? Selling is not prohibited in ATOMY as long as the way of selling is the proper way, which is you direct selling. You sell the product directly from your hands to a consumer hands, right? That is legal. What is illegal in ATOMY? You indirect selling. It means you are using your store. It means you are using your business to resell the ATOMY product. It means you display all the products, maybe at your center, education center, and then you resell the products and people do not get the PV. That is illegal. That is against the code of ethics. And your membership can be terminated because of that, right? So you got to understand what kind of selling is prohibited or it is allowed in ATOMY, right? So when you start selling ATOMY products, maybe selling your experience of using the product, right? Selling the story of how you use the product. Compared to the people who are employees, their income is steady like this, right? The income is always increase no matter what, right? You get about 2-3% increase every year. Maybe you get 10% raise. These are employees. And people said, yes, I'm fine with my job. I don't need to be involved in any kind of sales. This is a steady business, income for me, employees, right? But you, as a sales person in ATOMY, who try to be a sales master, or maybe you are a sales master, you try to rank up maybe to the diamond master, your effort is like this. Your income doesn't even grow, right? You're as if you're not progressing at all, right? But you keep pushing yourself, you keep, persevering, and then at some point, your income gradually coming up, right? But still, compared to our friends who are employees, they said, look at you. You work yourself hard after work, then you still do ATOMY for 6 hours, and then you sleep like 2, 3 in the morning. And then me, I'm employee, I just sleep at 10 p.m. and then I wake up at 7, I go to work for 8 hours. My income is more than you, right? How many of you like that, right? People laugh at you because you've been working so hard, but your income is still way below theirs, right? But you didn't give up. You keep attending the meeting, you keep inviting people into the meeting, you keep inviting people to the seminar, Success Academy, and then at some point, you find your partners, right? Then these partners are doing the business together with you, not for you. In ATOMY, they're not working for you. We're working with them because they are their own, they're the owners of their own ATOMY IDs. At some point, this is what I call a tipping point, where your income just fly like this, right? And this is where the money is. When you're at this stage, people usually call you lucky. Look at that. Mike is lucky, right? Because he knows how to talk. He know how to make friends. He know how to give a lecture, this and that. Oh, this kind of business is really suitable for Mike, but not for me, right? You've heard a lot of your friends telling you that, right? Because you are already at here, but they're at here. Those are friends who are employee who have a steady income. They said, I'm already too late. If I were to do ATOMY with him, maybe I would be successful, right? If everything starts with if, right? They do not see this area over here. This is what I call never give up, right? This is the area that people have to endure no matter what. This is what I call a mentality. If you have the mentality of a winner, you know that at some point you got to reach this tipping point when you do not give up, then when your income will shoots to the ceiling, right? So the mentality is not something that your sponsor can just apply it for you. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to apply it to yourself. How do you do that? ATOMY has provided everything for us to succeed, right? The daily 8 core habits. These are the habits of successful people. When you see successful people, when you see people are here, they're not lucky people. Trust me, they're not lucky people. They are never give up people. They choose not to give up. Remember, what you are right now is not to what happens to you. So a lot of people saying this, I'm poor because of the government, my family, my sibling, my spouse, this and that. No, you are poor because you choose to what happened to you, you stay poor. But people who are successful, even with the same condition or circumstances, they choose differently from those poor people, right? This is what they call mentality. If you face this rejection, do all successful people face rejection? Yes. When they get, when their friends running away from them, I'm pretty sure if you feel that way, all the successful people also feel the same way. Their family, their friends leave them because of ATOMY, right? So it's not just you. It's just the mentality that they built is different from you, right? So mentality is the second thing that makes 99% of people fail in ATOMY. And the third one, the character. A lot of us, when we try things, if it did not succeed after maybe like 3 months, maybe a year, and then you quit, right? And then you say, this is not for me. Or maybe I'm not capable of doing this business. You've seen a lot of people in and out from ATOMY, right? Maybe your leaders, your partners, even your sibling who have done ATOMY maybe for 3 years and then they quit. And then they move to another MLM. Have you seen that? I've seen a lot of those, right? I've seen a lot of those inside my lineage, right? They think if they've done 2 or 3 years in ATOMY and they fail, if they move to another company and they think they could succeed, no. It is the same thing. If you do not know how to play badminton, who loves badminton, right? Or soccer, if you move to another teams, do you think you can be good at it? If you are not trained of doing badminton every day, you moving to another team, it doesn't make you successful, right? You only move from a company if you're already at the end of the company line. It means you're already at the Imperial Master. Then you see that there's no more money in this business. Then you move. That is the right move. But if you move because you fail, or if you do not succeed in the previous company, you are a fool, right? You are a fool. You think that this is like a gambling. If I join another company, maybe I'll succeed. You're just wasting your life. Don't you think you're wasting your life to 3 to 5 years? Try to build a company or maybe a business and it failed because of your character. The characters, it speaks for everything. But how do you change your character? Of course, people say, Mike, this is me. You got to accept it. I'm a person who don't know how to talk. I'm a person who are introvert. I understand people have characters, but it doesn't mean you cannot change it. You are not a tree. Unless you are a tree, of course, you cannot change anything. If you're a human being, you can change to anything you want. But how do you change it? It starts from your mindset. How do you get your mindset from? From reading, from listening, from what you see every day, from what you read, and from what you hear every day. This will go into your mindset, and from your mindset become your words, and from your words become your action. Then your action become your habits, and these habits will make your character. So where does it start from? What you read, what you see every day, and what you listen every day. So that's why, again, the daily core habits. If you do not do that, and you're expecting your character to change, you are just daydreaming. It's not going to happen. Don't be proud of your character. Obviously, if you have a good character, it's fine. But if you are a bad character, don't be proud of it. Oh, I'm a person who doesn't keep anything. I just blow it out. How many of people like that, right? If I can take it, I just blow it out to everyone, even my spouse. Good. You're going to be a lonely person at the end of your life, right? So character, you got to change. And this is why a lot of people fail in ATOMY. Likable characters, likable person. Remember this. People listen to people they like and respect, right? If people like you, they will listen to you. But if people trust you, they will do business with you. So in ATOMY, we are trying to deliver a message, right? a good message from our chairman, Park Ham-gil. The message or the person is more important. Which one do you think is more important? The message or the person who delivered the message? Doesn't matter how good the message is, if they do not like you, they will not listen to you. As simple as that. If you're not a likable person, whatever the message, even our channel says, you can make 100,000 every month in ATOMY. This is a blessing, right? If you use this product, it will change your life. This is the best message of the century. But if you're not a likable person, they don't care. It's just garbage. You understand? So if you're not a likable person, be a likable person. How? Again, the daily 8 core habits. Read the book. I will give you a suggestion. Read the book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People. That is the best book to be a likable person. Once they like you, they will listen to you. Once they trust you, they will do the business with you. Be this likable person, right? Because a lot of people are not likable. Trust me. If you like to cheat your families, your friends, they don't even want to hear what you say about ATOMY, right? If you are still that kind of unlikable person, of course, it's not your fault, but you still can change. Because you're not a tree, right? Keep changing yourself every day. That's why our last year slogan was renewed day by day. Are you a better person than yesterday? Are you a better person than 3 years ago? If you're the same, of course, you're not going to be successful. When my friends talk to me lately, he said, Mike, how come you talk change? How come you're different now? Of course I'm different. If I'm the same person like 5 years ago, I'm not a Sharon Rose master. I cannot lead thousands of people, right? So you got to change. It doesn't mean you cannot change forever. You got to change starting from this, the mindset. The fifth, a lot of salespeople don't know what they're selling. Do you know that? Either they're selling the products, company, or themselves. So if you want to be the best seller in the world, you got to know what you sell, right? These 3 things, the product, the company, yourself. If you can sell 3 of them, you're a very strong person. You're the best, actually. If you can sell 2, you're still good. If you can sell only 1, maybe yourself or just a company or a product, you're still okay. Not so bad, right? But if you do not have what to sell, then you're pretty much in trouble, right? So learn about the products, learn about the company, then learn about how to sell yourself. What do you sell yourself for? After you use the product, then you get that experience. This is what you sell from you, right? After you use Him, your health getting better, then sell that. That's you are selling it. Or maybe you're a sales master, or maybe our sales master making 2,000 a month. Sell yourself. You know, in ATOMY, I make this money, $2,000 a month. Do you know how much money I should have had this if I want to make this kind of income? In Canada, you must own about roughly 700,000 property paid off, no mortgage, to make $2,000 a month. Who has 700,000 lying in the bank? Cash. Nobody. So if you tell people, you know, I make 2,000 a month as an auto sales master. That's peanut. What do you mean peanut? Do you have 700,000 in the bank? If you do, you buy property, you rent it out, yeah, right? No mortgage, nothing. You might get 2,000 a month. But if you do not have $700,000 cash, don't say this is peanut money, right? So you got to know what to sell, because most salespeople do not know what they sell. And the next one, you do not listen. When you have a chance meeting someone or your prospect or your members, right? You keep talking. You prepare yourself that thinking selling is the same as talking. If you talk more, you sell more. But the most effective salespeople know this, that listening is the most important part of the job. Listening. You listen what they need. You ask questions. Things that you should prepare is not what you talk about, but what you should ask about. Make a list of questions before you meet your members, partners, right? And listen from your question, the answer, right? If you think ATOMY is about explaining the products, talking from A to Z about the ingredients, people do not buy from the product explanation. You could be the best at explaining hemohim. You know how the patents, you know all the medical journals, you can explain all those figures. They're not going to buy, because you are not providing the next one, the solution, right? You're not providing them solution. So when you want to sell something, you got to make them aware of their problems. Make them aware of their problems. And then you give the solution. For example, you know, when you go to the mall, I don't know about other countries, right? But when I was in Indonesia last January, when I was walking in the mall, after like maybe 100 meters, there are like salesperson. Another 50 meters, another salesperson trying to sell something, from credit cards, from cars, from motorcycle, from luggages, whatever. They just sell, sell, sell. They never ask question. You know, for example, if I work as a car dealership as a salesman, car salesman in the mall, first thing I will ask question. Hey, sir, how are you? Right? What are you doing
Hi
here?
there. I feel good. Thanks for asking.
Oh my goodness. Okay, my boss is listening. You know, I will ask question. How many children do you have? Right? Are you married? Do you have kids? What do you do maybe for a living? Why are you doing in this mall? Maybe just hanging around, having dinners or whatever, right? Ask question. And then once I know, maybe he said, oh, I'm driving a small car, just two doors, right? And I have four kids. Right away, you know that this gentleman has a problem. What is the problem? Small car, big family. That is a problem, right? So once I know the problems, once I make him aware of his problem, sir, do you know your car is too small? Yes, I'm aware. But I'm driving a Honda, let's say Honda, right? I'm not saying Honda is expensive, but you know how expensive is Honda? I cannot get more bigger car than what I have right now. I don't have the money. Then you know another problem, right? He doesn't have money. He has big family, small car, no money. Sir, do you know that we sell a car that can fit your whole family and cheaper than the car of the one that you're driving? You give solution. Would you like to hear it, sir? What do you think he will say? Of course. Yes. Tell me all about it. I'd like to know. And I guarantee I will make him sign the deal. Right? A lot of us, when we talk to our members or our prospective members, we just talk about things that sells with the highest PV. Am I right? Absolute selective skincare. This is the best skincare. $3,000 supposedly, right? We're selling only $300. Him. This is the best for immunity. It can cure all kind of this. You just sound like a salesman, right? But if you make them aware of their problems, for example, if you see someone is balding, don't talk about skincare. They don't care. Talk about their problem. Sir, you look like losing hair. Am I right? How do you know? I can see it. I can see the reflection from your scalp, right? Let them aware of their problems and then give the solution. Simple. Don't talk things that they don't even care about. Or maybe they need a replacement income, or maybe an additional income. They've been talking to you about, I'm having a hard, my boss is giving me less hours, my wife is not working, my son is going to college, I need this money, this and that. Don't talk about the products. Don't talk about him, this and that. Don't talk about the evening care. They don't care. They just want to make money. Talk about the compensation plan. Give solution. Make them aware of their problems and then give the solution. Remember, not a product explanation that sells the product, but the problem solving is selling the product. Okay? And last one, this is actually the most important one. It's actually out of the 99 people who fail, 90% is this one. Easily giving up. Giving up too soon. Do you know when you run a marathon, a 42-kilometer marathon run, the hardest part is the last 6 kilometers. Either you stop running or you finish the race. Who have been in a marathon run? Tell me about it. Am I right? But of course, if you haven't done it, you probably give up at first try. Oh man, when is it gonna end? I've been running for all these hours, but never see the finish line. Right? That's why you need a mentor. You find a mentor who had run the marathon run and had succeeded to the finish line. And then ask them. Be their students, right? So if you're in ATOMY, you've run a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5 years, almost, or maybe more. But if you see that you are not finishing anything, you're not accomplishing anything, find a mentor, which is your upline sponsor that you look up to. Ask them, what did I do wrong? Of course, if you are a marathon run, if you do not follow the path, you're not going to finish the race, right? You are taking someone else's routes. Of course, you're not going to meet the finish line. Same thing in ATOMY. If you want to finish the race, get a mentor that had successfully done it. So these 8 points that make people fail in ATOMY, despite of our channel says you cannot fail in this business. This is a recession-proof business. This is a business that can last 100 years, but doesn't matter. All those good messages from our channels, it means nothing if you do not do these 8 points correctly. Right? The first 3 points that I highlighted with all greens, it does not matter. If you want to succeed, do these 8 in the right way. Community. Change your mentality. Change your character. Be a likable person. Know what you sell. Listen more. Give solution. Don't easily giving up. All right, these 8 points that will change your life.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.